Hi, today I'd like to talk about the progress of my case project on the Nighthawk Pro 280 from Emacs, and as you can see, everything is installed. KISS flight controller from KISS and 24 amp ESCs, and let's just go over it and tell you what I did, how I did it, and perhaps some tips for guys who are new on KISS electronics like I was before I did this installation. Okay, let's start with the flight controller. As you can see, I installed it on some spacers. These spacers are rubber spacers, so it should avoid vibrations on the flight controller. I also used nylon screws, as most people do it, to install flight controllers like this. And as you can see, I didn't use a power distribution board. My opinion is not that power distribution boards are no good thing. Power distribution boards are super simple and easy for putting all the cables to connect everything with the battery. The PDB is for sure the simplest way to install all the electronics, to connect all the electronics, all your components with power. But I wanted to try something else, so I just used cables. So that means I have red and black cables just go through the chassis, through the frame, from one ESC to the other, on both sides, and at the center I soldered it to one cable which goes to the battery, to this 4mm gold plug system, and the video transmitter and the board itself and the flight controller itself and the camera are powered directly from the connectors. So I soldered 3 cables directly to the battery connectors to have every component connected to the power. One reason what I like with the cable solution is that you don't have any open electric contacts like you have it on your PDB. What I really recommend, if you use a PDB, use some liquid plastic dip or something to isolate all your open contacts, because you have some risk of short circuits. And with the cable solution you have no open electric contact, so there is less risk of short circuits. And what I also will do is, after a few test flights, when I'm sure that I don't have to solder anything on the flight controller, I will also plastic dip the open pins on the flight controller, to be sure that I will avoid any short circuits in any situations. Okay, perhaps something about the flight controller version 1.03. I hope I can show you here. Normally for firmware updates, you had to solder 2 tiny pins on the flight controller, and with version 1.03 you now have, I hope I can show you, you have this little round button on the flight controller, and you don't need to solder any pins to go to boot function, but you just need to put this tiny button and then you're in boot function. So, and then you can you can connect to USB and do your firmware update without any soldering. So that's a change with the newest version, and I really like this because it's much easier to do firmware updates than if you have to solder these pins on your flight controller. And then perhaps one thing about the ESCs. You do the cables from the motors, you solder them always in straight line. So left to the left connector, middle to the middle, right to the right. And when you solder your motors to the ESCs like this, two ESCs will turn the wrong way. So it means every motor will go the same way, the same direction, like this. And you have to turn with two motors. It's motor 1 and motor 3. So when you have it like this in flight direction, it's your front left motor and your back right motor, which are turning the wrong way when you just put on the cables like this. But you can keep them, and what you have to do is you have to solder two tiny pins on the ESCs. I hope I can show you this. There we are, here we go. Here you can see a little solder point, and this solder point connects two tiny pins on the ESC, and with these you change your rotating direction of your motor. Just solder this two pins together and the motor will turn the right way. So you have to solder motor 3 and motor 1 and everything will be fine. Your rotating direction will be right. And yeah, it's just I had no idea which two motors I should solder, and yeah, this will help to do the right decision. You can start with soldering before you install it. You install everything and check the function. So you can do first your soldering on the ESCs, motor 1, motor 3, and everything will work perfect. Okay, that's almost it. What I will change on the frame is, as you can see, the a little bit modified carbon plate is not symmetric anymore. So what I will do is try to put the GoPro and all the stuff a little bit more behind to get a more symmetric system. I just put it together and just had a short hover flight. Everything works so far, and a real flight is still to do. And yeah, I will come up with a GoPro video with untuned flight controller, no tuning, just use standard pits, and I will see how it works, and I will keep you updated with a flight video of standard pits with the KISS flight controller on the Nighthawk Pro 280. Perhaps something for the receiver and the video transmitter. I just put this between the middle plate and my carbon protection plate. It's a Futaba receiver. I connected it with S-Bus, so only one cable to the flight controller. It's like this, it's a pretty clean build. And the video transmitter also between these two plates. And what I did to fix the antenna is I just cut it a bit into the carbon plate to go into it with the antenna and save it with a cable tie, and like this the antenna as well fixed. It cannot turn around and touch a propeller or everything. I think like this it's a pretty good solution to have everything safe and nothing can touch the propellers. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, just leave your comments, and I will keep you updated with my experience, flight videos, and Hopefully this will work fine. And yeah, enjoy your Nighthawk. Have a good time. Bye bye.